Hello, good morning everyone, and happy Wednesday. So I want to have a channel this week, and kind of the theme before the new year on long-term planning. And when I say long-term, I mean long-term may be 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, really any perspective that's longer than like a week, a month. And I know that depending on the project, so these are, I guess, a few of my tips. Depending on the project, you can plan, a long time or just a short time. I know that and I think the beauty of this and why I want to get a lot of perspectives is, like in John Huntsman's book, Barefoot to Billionaire, he talks about like, hey, look, I never had more than a 6-month plan. And then you have systems like Traction who that lay out like, hey, have your rocks and your 5 and 10 year plan, right? Like short term to long term. And I think that's the beauty of all these different goal setting systems is or I guess why so many exist is because it's a hard and difficult process, and there's not just really one way to do it. So that's where I would love to get multiple perspectives on, hey, here's how I do my long-term planning. Here's what's worked for me. And I'd love to just hear how other people do it. And maybe bonus points for sharing specific examples or experiences you've had with what has worked for you. So anyways, I'm just hoping that the result of this is that that we can get maybe motivated or learn new ideas and spend more time and energy on creating a good plan as we go into the new year. So anyways, that is the task for this week, or the topic. I think really for the next 2 weeks as we close out the year. And I will think about something I can share as far as my tips. But anyways, just wanted to open up the channel and have a good conversation around long-term planning. So anyways, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody as we get rolling. But I'm excited to hear what people have to say. All right, so I want to share one tip that I use for big picture planning. And that is tying whatever goal I have to an identity. So whether that is I'm someone who supports entrepreneurs and the entrepreneurial ecosystem, to I am an athlete. I'm someone, and like in that athlete case, for example, I like to think about that. I like to think about people I know who are also athletes. Oh wow, there's a goat at the end of the driveway running over there. Let's see if we can find it. Anyway, so I am an athlete. So what types of things would an athlete do? And then I try to align my daily and weekly behaviors to that. So great, I do a couple hundred reps of body weight reps or different exercises every day. And I do cardio several times a week. That's what an athlete would do. So anyways, trying to tie it to an identity has really helped me. And that's not necessarily like a super long-term planning tip, but kind of, right? Like it's actually kind of like a lifelong planning trip. Is for my life, I want to be an athlete. So I align my behaviors with that. Where I struggle a bit more is having good, like, quarterly goals and other things. So I'm excited to hear from other people. But the identities probably helped me out the most when it's come to like legitimate behavior change that I've made. So anyways, excited to hear from everybody else.